Awesome. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Caleb, next week, obviously, the team is going to transition into searching for the next head coach for this football team. In your experience throughout your football life, what do you value most in a head coach, and if it's a different person, a play caller? What are the things you value in those two positions?
Yeah. I would say a coach that challenges myself, whether it's offense coordinator, head coach, challenges myself, but also challenges us as players. Whether it's on the field or character, doesn't matter. Just a coach that challenges us. A man of his word. A disciplined coach, meaning whatever his rules are, or whatever he's going to bring rule wise, or how he's going to control the team and manage and control the team, things like that. I would say another one would be just a guy that wants to win, and finding and helping and finding ways and helping us players and helping coaches, or whatever the case was, to just pull out wins throughout the season, whether it's a tough win or we blow out somebody, just helping us and finding ways to win.
Caleb, with Cliff Kingsbury, we asked you about him when you guys played Washington. This is obviously in a totally different context now. What would you think about him as a candidate, as a possibility?
Yeah, I'd say I've been around Cliff. I know what type of guy he is. I know that he loves football. I know that he wants to win. He's a competitor, and so in many different aspects that I was just speaking about, I've been around him. So I would say that been around him, knowing him, asking him questions and things like that. I think obviously if he was here, I'd probably have more to say. But I think he fits a bunch of those qualities that I said.
Caleb, players in your position have had varying degrees of influence in a decision like this. What kind of influence do you want to have in the coaching decision?
Whatever I guess they allow. I'm not. I know that I'm a rookie and a young guy, so if they make decisions without me, I mean, that's their job to make decisions and make those type of decisions. And so if they make a decision like that, just hope and believe, that, and faith that, those guys upstairs, that they make the right decisions. And so, that's that. And then, if I'm a part of it, then great.
Do you feel like you need a coach who speaks the quarterback language? Because I know, like, a lot of times offensive coordinators, some of them may have played the position, some of them not. Do you think there's a benefit for you having, whether it's head coach, OC, whoever next year, like in your ear, is somebody who actually played the position?
I think it's helpful. But if you're good at your job, you're good at your job. It doesn't matter necessarily if you you play quarterback. I think it helps because you've been in a multitude of different situations as a player, and then being able to see it from a different lens. But if not, then no. As long as you're good at your job, demanding of us, and like I said, for a bunch of the qualities, I think I think you fit the job and description, and just find ways to win games.
Caleb, looking back on Thursday, of the sacks you took, which ones would you sit there and say, that's my responsibility to not get sacked?
Yeah, I think throughout this year, there's been a stupid, excuse my language, but a stupid idea behind my offensive lineman. I will say that there's been, yes, everybody gives up sacks, everybody messes up, everybody misses a block, everybody drops a pass, everybody throws a pick. I got 6, and I got a couple fumbles and things like that. So, the connotation behind my offensive line has been annoying and frustrating because they work their tail off to be able to go out there and the guys that, whether guys are fighting injuries, whether guys can't play, and we got other guys stepping up, or whether guys been playing the whole season. And so the negative connotation behind them, they come in here and work their butt off each day and each week, I've taken sacks, yes, and a good amount have been on me. Whether it's small things of getting the ball out of my hands, and just maybe dirting it. Maybe not trying to find the perfect route, perfect play, all of that for that situation. Maybe it's just throwing out of bounds, dirting it, finding the check down faster, and then the other one's just not trying to make plays all the time, and understanding that. So, like I said, the and I don't misjudge words. The stupid connotation behind my offensive line being bad is not the truth. I've taken a good amount of sacks that have been my fault, and um, and a couple throughout that last game were mine, like the one in empty where I believe trying to remember what number sacked me, but didn't make the easy flipper check, and that guy blitzed and tried to make a play, and and took a sack instead of okay, I messed up and didn't make the flipper check, throw it out of bounds over the dude's head, or over the hot or check down's head, and so took a 14-yard sack on that one, I think it was, and put us in a bad situation. So there's been many times this season where yes, people have given up sacks, sure, and then myself is completely a part of that.
Why do you think you've taken those sacks this year? Is it a matter of learning defenses?
It's a matter of getting better with a multitude of things, of getting better with throwing the ball out of bounds. There's been many times where my right arm is free and I can, chuck it out instead of trying to make a play. There's been many times where, a free guy comes and that happens. And getting better at, just not trying to, hold in there and find I may see space and, try and rip a pass and instead of just finding the check down. So, those are just two examples of reasons of why, but definitely something to go back and reflect on and learn and come back whether it's this game or next year, and be better at that.
Caleb?
When it comes to the maturation process of playing the position on this level, what have you learned in the regular season about the preparation process that you think will help you in year two? Things
Yeah,
that you'd like
I
to
th-
refine or get better at.
I think, and I've been, like I talked about last time, I have notes on things that I want to get better at and things that it's tough during the season to learn because there's so many different, different things that you have to focus on throughout the week to be able to go out there and try and play at your best. And so, this off season is going to be a big off season for me, and I'm excited about it. And I have things that maturity wise of playing a position that I'm excited about learning and things like that. But things are going to take time, and I'm I'm well aware of that and okay with that. But I'm definitely going to try and push myself, to exhaustion mentally and physically this off season to be able to withstand a long season, because this has been my longest season that I've ever played, and then mentally being able to withstand a long season and playoffs and things like that, and know a lot more about ball than I did, a year ago now. So really excited.
Caleb,
Before the
What do you
Bears
talk about?
before the Bears drafted you, they're researching you, but you're also researching them.
Yep.
And you had said that you wanted some explanations for why it hadn't worked out for other quarterbacks, or you wanted to learn about that. When you get into the season here and there's been a lot of dysfunction and coaches fired, do you sit here at all and say, this is exactly what I was worried about coming here?
It's not exactly what I was worried about, but there's been things where, like the dysfunction or coaches being fired. Yes, it's been tough and challenging, when you have to come in here and learn a whole new type of system and all these different things. And then you have, multitude of different things that happen, whether it's, coaches been fired or coaches been promoted and, a bunch of different things. And so, I think being able to go through this and being able to have this dysfunctional year, in a sense of coaches and all of that, not winning as much as we wanted to, you know, I think it's going to be better for myself and better for us. But you know, I wouldn't say this is exactly what I was, you know, looking at or looking for or anything like that.
Caleb, when you
Last
talk
one.
about somebody challenging you, what does that look like?
Yeah, just you know, being tough on me, challenging me. Not saying that TB or anybody here hasn't, or even if he was, you know, the coach next year or anything like that. But just, you know, just a consistent challenge throughout, you know, the season, but also before the season. You know, and you know, just a challenge is also holding people accountable, and you know, and that starts before the season, and making sure that everybody is you know, where they need to be, and the details are on point, and we're challenging each other, whether it's coaches or players, and bringing that type of mindset and challenge to Chicago Bears.